Sorry, pal. We're out of gas and your engine is boiling. Let's see if we can fix you up here. We'll be back on the road in no time. Stranded in the middle of nowhere. Not a chance. I need to find some gas and engine coolant first. Terra Incognita Scenic Highway. Next town ahead. Long shot by the sea. Sounds promising. No juice. Dad used to say, a flawless establishment needs flawless window panes. My tires should still last a couple of miles. Hansen's ice cream. I used to love it when I was little. Does it ever rain here anyway? No way. A hidden replacement key. That was too easy. As if it wanted to be found. At least the cold chain is unbroken. I wish. It's frozen shut. If it wasn't for the sand and rubble, the impenetrable darkness, the legions of bugs, and that awful smell of gasoline everywhere, this sure could make a nice place for a picnic. Can you please let me in? I'm totally not a vampire, I swear. It fits. That was almost too easy. It's pitch black. I can't even see my own hands. There's something funny about that picture. Oops! A hidden switch. This must be the main fuse. I know this image. Daytona Beach Race 58. What an event. It's a picture of a buffalo. Extra large, no refill. This is the end of nowhere. I wonder if these postcards would ever reach their destination. This one shows a map of the area. I'll take it with me. Quite off the beaten track. Cherry pie. If there's something I can't stand, it's cherry pie and hot coffee. Looks dusty. 20% bun, 5% cold cuts, and 75% cling film. Thanks, but no thanks. All I have left are a few Deutschmarks. Pretty useless out here anyways. Coffee. If there's something I can't stand, it's cherry pie and hot coffee. Again that ghastly tune. What I wouldn't give to be there. Now they are working again. Drink up. You must be dying of thirst. Not until I have found a way to cool down the engine. I wish. It's frozen shut. This loot box contains only some rusty pliers. Electrical cables. Zip. Cold as ice. Exactly what I need. There you go. Have some Kool-Aid. Done. Finally, we can make off again. Oh, come on. Start already. It's that darn oil pump again. Looks like we'll be stuck here for a while.
You sure this is the right place? When's the next bus back to the city? Beverly, I have arrived. I feel spewed out into the most barren, dark void of Europe. All things considered, this could most likely be the best vacation ever. Feeling chilled out already. The next city is like 1,000 miles away. Ah, yes. That's where I am. The bus stop. My gateway to the outside world. Brr, looks cold. Its heydays are over. Paddleboat rental. 1 hour, 1 Deutschmark. Hades. Paddleboat rental, souvenirs, fishing supplies. Closed. A hiking map of the region. The upper section has been torn off. I wonder what that is. Arrived at destination after a short walk. Trüberbrook, a tranquil little town. Seems a bit run down. I must say, Beverly, I absolutely fell in love with this town already. Wooden fences always remind me of my old neighborhood. That is one strange-looking cat. This bucket seems to have been hung here for purely decorative reasons. That's probably the town's landmark. The time-traveling machine. Complete nonsense from a quantum mechanical perspective. Evening.
Hey. Nobody there, huh?
Doesn't seem so. Where is everyone?
I saw someone here just a minute ago.
Please ring bell for service. We only serve small pots of coffee outside the restaurant. They don't seem to have many bookings. All the keys are still there. This leads to the rooms. Look at all these beautiful people. Must be some kind of ancestral gallery. Any idea?
Just try again.
Hello? I'm not going to give up.
Good afternoon. How can I help you, darling?
There's a room reserved for me. You know the lottery? I won a stay over here.
You won? How can you win a stay in Trüberbrook?
Well, actually, I don't really remember taking part in any lottery myself. Yet I received this winning notification.
What was the name again?
Hans Tannhauser. Dr. Hans Tannhauser.
Tannhauser, 11hauser. Oh, Dr. Hans Tannhauser. Oh yes, here we have it.
Say, is it a quiet room?
Seeking some peace and quiet,
Well, I'm working on a text and I could really use some serenity.
Text? Are you a kind of writer or something?
I'm a physicist. Right now, I'm writing a paper on quantum physics.
I've heard worse. You arrived just in time for the big anniversary celebration. Trüberbrook is a bit noisier than usual around these days. But apart from that, I'd say you have nothing to worry about in terms of disturbance. Here's your key, Dr. Tannhauser. My name is Trude, by the way.
If you don't mind, where are all the other guests?
Let's put it this way. The season in Trüberbrook is already over.
I get the impression the season has been over for some time. What? Ah!
Please, you've got to help me.
Did that guy just disappear with my paper? Something unusual happened. There was an uninvited guest in my room tonight. Now that he's escaped, I'm going to chase him down. Creepy. Some kind of a sea monster. Must be a local myth. It seems rather unpleasant outside. I better not. It'll start raining in. Hanging dead animals on your wall is a bit eccentric. At least it seems the burglar didn't rummage through the cabinet. What a mess. I don't want to mess up the crime scene. What is this? Some kind of goo. Where did he go? Even more of that strange goo. The traces lead outside. Darkest night. In the pale starlight, this village appears to be composed of jagged silhouettes and loneliness.
Hey there. Taking a little night stroll?
Someone was in my room.
You only just got here and you already have secret admirers?
No, it was a burglar. I think.
Well, I haven't seen anyone sneaking around here, but if I were you, I would probably follow these somewhat extremely obvious footprints.
You've got a point there. Please excuse me. This situation is growing aggravating. I followed the person who stole my notes into a kind of dead-end street. And now he's vanished. Picture me standing here at the edge of the world, stripped of my writings.
I wonder who on earth would steal a paper on quantum physics.
What's this trail of slime the burglar left behind?
Oh. I don't really want to know what he stepped in there.
I wonder if she knows something about the burglar.
Do you like ghost stories? It is said that a Proto-Germanic cult used to live up here in the mountains. They prayed to the spirits of the forests. I know it's a long shot, but maybe this visitor of yours is one of those spirits?
Evil spirits?
Nonsense, I was just trying to mess with you. What was your name again? Tenhauser? Name's Gretchen. I'm an anthropologist. In fact, those old Proto-Germanic ritual grounds just so happen to be my special subject. One of them is supposedly somewhere around here, though I haven't been able to find it yet.
Gretchen, well met. Now that's all well and good, but what am I going to do without my notes?
You know what? I'm going to help you track down that burglar. It looks like he escaped with one of the old gondolas. I bet he's hiding somewhere in the mountains, which, incidentally, is also where I was heading.
Come on, you're a scientist. You're coming with me now and you're going to help me find this ritual site. Who knows, maybe you'll even find your evil spirit there. The one with an interest in quantum whatchamacallits. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. So what do you say? You with me? Ha! I knew you had the spirit of adventure in you. Are you ready to go? I'm ready to go. The early bird catches the worm and all that. We have to find a way up the mountain. It would be easiest if we used a cable car. I reckon that's also what our friend thought.
The cable car doesn't exactly appear to be in pristine condition. What do you think?
Don't worry, I'm sure I can fix this. I can't fix this. The master key is missing and the weasel damaged the electric mains.
Maybe it was the burglar who did this.
The plan. I'll hold the position and try my best. Why don't you take a look around town? We need the master key for the cable car. Also, we need to override the broken mains. Think you can remember that?
I'll try to remember.
Let's go. This is going to be fun.
I have to insert a coin first. The platform further uptown presents a wonderful view of the valley. Leaning on this rusty rail, nose to the wind, I can let my gaze wander freely to the other shore and across the mountains. Beverly, I discovered the local movie theater, Mobius Palace. The favorite genres around here appear to be Western and noir. As you well know, Beverly, I am a man tempered by a sober lifestyle. However, I keep dwelling on the fact that a sheer infinite amount of states of matter can lie between expectation and reality. My accommodation, the guest house Farthest Lust, looks slightly more luxurious in the notification. There's a clothesline up there, right under my window.
This table! It has a wobble! Everything's going down the drain around here.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir?
Are you all right?
Please don't ask. I can't even savor my cognac as long as this terrible table keeps on wobbling. You better keep your distance. This table has a horrible wobble.
Small ads, postings, announcements. They're holding a town fair tonight with a band and a raffle. Exciting. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
I'd like to report a theft. There was an uninvited guest in my room last night.
In our house? Oh dear, I'm so very sorry. Let me call the police immediately.
Thanks.
I will keep you informed.
This establishment you call your own has quite the charm.
A family business for more than 75 years. Actually, I took over the guest house together with my brother. But now it's just me and my little daughter.
Being the only guest, I was wondering, how's the season going so far?
Season? We haven't had one in ages.
Your daughter really likes watching TV, huh?
You see, the kid is always in front of the box. She's got her mind set on extraterrestrials and alien worlds. Nonsense, don't you think?
So what happened to your brother?
The only interest that scoundrel had was in his bottles. In the end, that good-for-nothing took a half too much of his Bolzenschuss and just made off. Anything else I can do for you?
Can you tell me something about the old cable car?
The cable car leads up to the old mine. It used to belong to the Baron von Sülz. Then this company from overseas forced him to sell it.
Who exactly is this Baron von Sülz?
Baron von Sülz used to run the mine, a philanthropist and patron of the arts. His wife was the flamboyant Baroness von Sülz. You must have heard of her. Anyway, when the company took over the mine, the Baroness dropped him as well and left the Baron behind. A broken man. Now his cat is his only remaining pleasure.
What were they mining for? Do you know?
An old silver mine. So nothing a quantum physicist would be interested in. It's been a few years, back in the days, when there was enough work for everyone. Then this company took over the mine, only to shut it down immediately.
So why did they shut down the mine?
There is talk and rumors all over the town. Allegedly, people started disappearing without a trace. Tourists, poor laborers without families, the odd stranger. Some folks were also talking about toxic residues in the air and the water. But nobody knows anything with certainty. If you ask me, I'm just glad the whole affair has come to an end. All those rumors have kept spa guests away for years, as you can see for yourself.
What about this mysterious company you were talking of?
They are called Millennium Cooperative or something like that. A very dubious corporation. They have connections to the top, if you know what I mean. Way up to the highest circles of power.
What became of the people working the mine?
More and more outsiders came to town. Nobody knows what they were actually doing in the mines. Some went missing, some went crazy. Who can tell? At one point, they even bought the old sanitarium in order to provide housing for their workers. That was before the mine shut down, of course.
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
Trude, would you pour me one of your Pilsner beers, please?
Just a second, Professor. Here, a coaster. There you go. Cheers!
Locked. Hey. She's almost in a trance.
Please don't stand there.
Excuse me. Didn't mean to. What's that you're watching?
Never seen a TV before?
Coming up next, a new episode of Rocket Ship Andromeda.
Have you been living under a rock? With a TV set, you can take journeys to other worlds. Now that I think of it, I have never seen you here before. Are you from another world as well?
Depends on how you look at it. My name is Hans. I just arrived from Berlin.
Hey Hans, I'm Leni. My mom owns the place.
70,000 light years from home, the rocket ship has stranded in Star System Omega 3.
Is Berlin also in Star System Omega 3?
Close. Omega 4. That's right next to it.
So you know the place.
You bet I do.
Star Cybernetics Commander Aurora is searching for a way back home.
And what do you do for a living? Are you a famous cybernetician too?
I'm a quantum physicist.
Quantum what? Anyways, I'm going to be a star cybernetician.
Only Commander Aurora can disintegrate the even Rulans into thin air with her space beams.
So, do you Berlinalians have any special powers? Can you make things disappear?
I can make incredible amounts of candy disappear.
I can do that too.
Stay tuned, folks. We will be right back after a few consumer-oriented product endorsements.
My uncle knew how to make things disappear as well. I also know where, but I mustn't tell anyone on Earth.
Well, after all, I'm not originally from Earth. I'm a Berlin alien, remember?
Right. But then, how can you prove you're not an Earthling?
I'll think of something. There's something funny about that clock. They serve traditionally hearty local meals in this place. Apparently a few maggots found themselves a lovely home in there. This can must have fallen off the table.
You better keep your distance. This table has a horrible wobble.
It might be able to support a glass of beer, but not this table. Actually, it just needs one more mew. My father used to say, the only thing more stable than a beer coaster was 2 beer coasters. I think I finally understand what he meant. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Tenhauser.
Have you talked to the police yet?
I gave the officer an outline of the crime. It's only going to be a matter of hours before someone will attend to the issue.
What do you mean, a matter of hours?
The police station is right next town, but as you know, that's quite the distance. We have to be patient. As soon as the inspector has solved his current case, he will start working on yours straight away.
Keep me up to date.
I will let you know if there are any new developments.
I noticed something.
Speak your mind.
That door over there hasn't been opened in a while, has it?
That's the door to the cellar, where my brother built his little lair. No one has taken any interest in that door since he left. He just took the key with him. Anything else I can do for you?
About the cable car?
Sure. What else do you want to know?
I've heard enough. Thank you.
Anything else I can do for you?
I'll be leaving then.
Make yourself at home, Mr. Tenhauser. By the way, the buffet is open. Please help yourself.
What's this? The table stopped wobbling? Oh, thank you so very much. I was hardly able to focus on anything else but this cursed wobblery.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir?
Are you feeling any better, now that the table isn't wobbling anymore?
Thank you for asking. But joy? What does it even mean? My life lost most of its joy since Klaus disappeared.
Who is Claus?
Klaus is my tomcat, an angel of an animal. He was the only one to always remain by my side. But now, he's vanished, without a trace. Everything in this world is going down the drain. Mark my words.
Were you whining too much over his loss?
I don't know. Klaus was always faithful and stood by my side. Then he just disappeared without a trace. You can't rely on anything in this world anymore. Let me tell you. It's just awful.
You've got yourself a nice spot here.
The name is Baron Otto Titan von Trüberbrook.
Tannhauser, pleased to meet you.
Please, come over. Don't waste the opportunity to put up with the company of a lonely, broken old man.
Are you from around these parts?
You may very well say so. I put all my life's work into the well-being and prosperity of Trüberbrook. I once was the owner of both, the mines and the cable car. That's all history now.
Do you have any friends or family?
My spouse left me for good, and my beloved Trüberbrook is slowly going down the drain. Only Klaus remained loyal to me all these years. Alas, now even he has disappeared.
What kind of a strange place is this?
Well, you should know. This used to be one of the most beautiful spots on the face of the planet. The fair and the fortunate came here for treatment. Travelers and tourists of all fashion. Citizens that weren't occupied in the tourism business found work in the mines. But it's all over now.
Do you still have the key to the old cable car, by any chance?
Please excuse me, but I need to be on my own now. I need some rest to mourn for Claus.
Please excuse me. I don't think it's in the mood for that right now. It won't be this easy getting close to it. Oh my. It looks desperate. A beautiful, healthy tree.
Acersoidu platanus, the sycamore maple.
That's some sturdy, full-grown reed. Am I supposed to smack its butt with this reed? Subject, species reintroduction. Although I can't return the tuna to the wild as long as it's in the can.
We know well enough that cats like to climb. Unfortunately, their bodies seem to be designed for climbing upwards only. Anyway, Beverly, I've spotted a gigantic red tabby in a tree, which, on closer inspection, could in fact also be more like a fox. Assistance may be required.
I'll just try luring the cat down with a mating call. Meow. Meow. No reaction. Oh my. It looks desperate. It won't be this easy getting close to it. A beautiful, healthy tree.
Acersoidu platanus, the sycamore maple.
Trüberbrook, County of Brokenlanda, 1 kilometer, or 0.621371 miles.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Please excuse me.
I don't think it's in the mood for that right now. Oh my. It looks desperate. I don't want to take this with me. If anywhere, it belongs in the trash. But I love cheese skewers. I'll save you, my little friend. Hey. She's almost in a trance. Science fiction. Something involving spaceships. Just a hanger. Maybe somebody hid their money in there. Supplemental. I'm afraid the condition of my room is far below expected. This muddle of spots and drips is probably telling more about the room's many previous occupants than I'd wish to know. There's something lying on the floor. It's a massage rod. Somebody must have misplaced it. No. Before you even know, the world lies in ruins. I hope this isn't a bad omen. The antenna provides TV reception for the guest house.
Hey, mister!
I don't want to mess up the crime scene. Look,
This is the star log I'm using to stay in contact with my home planet. Just met human child Lenny, keeper of a cosmic secret.
Awesome. Is this a star log for real? May I please?
My pleasure.
This is Lenny of planet Earth speaking. My uncle had a secret stash hidden under a loose plank in room 3.
Room 3? That happens to be my room.
Room 3 used to be where my Uncle Heinz lived.
And where is your uncle now?
My mom says he is now living on planet No Good.
Huh. There really is a hidden stash below. Loads of useless junk, and an almost empty bottle of schnapps. I'll only take the schnapps. Bolts and shoes.
I've already made an entry on this.
Supplemental. I'm afraid the condition of my room is far below expected.
I've already made an entry on this.
They serve traditionally hearty local meals in this place. Apparently a few maggots found themselves a lovely home in there.
Hey, mister!
Excuse me, didn't mean to. Now look at all these fishing rods. Quite the collection.
You can borrow one if you like, but only in exchange for a pawn. They have a tendency to get lost otherwise.
Pawn? You mean deposit? Now look at all these fishing rods. Quite the...
They have a
pawn. Would this be an adequate deposit for the fishing rod?
I'm afraid not. It should be something that attracts attention but has no real importance. Something you can do without while you are on fishing tour. Oh, thanks. For me?
Does this device suffice as a deposit in exchange for the fishing rod?
Yes. Feel free to leave it here.
Yes, that sounds like a good deal.
Just be sure to bring it back, will you?
Thank you, but I believe that...
Soft as a feather. Well then, good catch.
What the... can opener?
Oh my. It looks desperate. Subject, species. You like this, don't you?
Claus?
Now it's a case for the metal restorer. I professionally disassembled this town's landmark, an old set of armor, in a fit of passion. Note to self, make another appointment with the clinical psychologist.
I don't want to frighten him. This crumbling socket looks much nicer without the cheesy armor on top. Truda would probably not approve of my appearance. Hi.
Hey. All right.
Meow. Meow. Voila. There's a current again. I'll just leave it like that. Good morning.
Excuse me, sir?
Any news about Claus?
Nothing.
Please excuse me.
Nowhere to run from here, kitty. Oh, I think he passed out. Now I've got you.
Is this by chance your cat, Claus?
Oh, my beloved Claus. Where have you been? You look exhausted, old friend.
Good morning.
Excuse me, sir.
Could you tell me something about the... So what's with...
I used to owe everything those the
Who are...
them they leave.
Please go...
But they just they and turn
You ran... What do you mean?
first, then driving.
These must...
I approve.
Would you mind let...
You have reunited. I'd have given you everything. Yet all you desire, here you are. I can't fathom.
Hi.
Hey.
I just wanted to say hi.
All right. Don't forget we need to get the cable car working. Good job. The cable car is going again.
Now that the cable car is fixed, we need something to replace the missing gondolas.
Time waits for no man, not even in Trüberbrook. I discovered a modern telecommunication system further uptown. This might be important to anybody wondering if the world is still turning at the end of the line.
Hello? Anybody there?
What was that? I'm sure this will take us up.
You're a funny man, Ten.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Man, you're some klutz. We'll meet on top. In case you manage to find a way. See ya.
Hello? Hello? Fascinating.
Neck circumference 39 centimeters. Heart rate 66 steady. Generally neglected, yet overall stable condition. Vigilance decrement, patient somnolent. Reduced effect display. Skin pigmentation livid. Nutritional basic needs barely met. Muscular system recessive, possible myopathy. Barrel-shaped thorax, strongly noticeable funnel chest. Raisin-colored nodes on both sides of the mid-clavicular line in the fourth ICS. Marfan syndrome, arachnodactyly. Lower extremities atrophic. Enormous kyphosis. Extremities bilaterally impaired, reduced muscle tone. Weak monosynaptic reflex. Past finger-nose coherence test line without anomalies. Abdomen flexible, no hardening. overly vibrant bowel noises, brisk peristalsis, reduced breathing sound right hand side basal, rattling sounds over both lungs, split second heart tone, severe nasal acromegaly, carrot-shaped midfacial neoplasm, creamy nasal secretion, tongue drifting to the left, dental state desolate, pupils bilaterally round and medium wide, sluggish reaction to light bilaterally, sclera jaundiced, downbeat nystagmus, corneac reflex bilaterally delayed, neck circumference 39 centimeters, hyperreflexia, mood agitated, patient's condition unclear.
Where am I?
Patient has regained consciousness and appears responsive.
Excuse me, please. Could you tell me where I am?
Patient's orientation to person, space, time, and dimension remains unclear. I have to ask you a couple of questions. How are you feeling?
Ouch.
Who are you?
My name is Hans.
What are you doing here?
I was just about to ask you the same question.
Assuming you knew, where have you been born or assembled?
I'm not from here. I come from far away.
Have you ever had a déjà vu?
I think I've had it with you.
Have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
You are going to have an out-of-body experience in a moment, pal.
Interesting. Please remain prepared for further examinations.
Are you even listening to me?
I'm afraid we can't let you leave until we have verified your right to stay. It's for your own safety. Just knock the door loud and clearly when you feel able to undergo a few more experiments. I'll be there to pick you up. The patient's status remains unclear.
I'm feeling a little dizzy.
Dr. Römmler, please behave.
They took away all my cool gadgets and locked me up in this small room. I tried protesting, but to no avail. What have I gotten myself into? It definitely doesn't feel like a relaxing summer vacation so far.
An anatomical model of a kind of human. Hey, buddy. Where the heck am I? It's locked tight. Brute force won't help. Why, of course. But where? There. It's covered in mold. A good dose of chloride is the only option. No water pressure. Or clogged. They don't seem to take hygiene too seriously around here. I'd rather not know what happened here. A fuse box. The lid is hanging off its hinges. I can't reach it. I could use this to climb to the hatch. Fried.
I'm feeling a light breeze of air. Maybe I can squeeze through. I need a very special tool to unscrew those very small screws.
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Forget it.
It's locked tight. Brute force won't help. A coin. It fell right out of the shower head. And right into my inventory for some cosmic reason. The benefits of capitalism.
There's something written on the wall. It's hard to decipher in the darkness.
It's calcified. Memories of my dorm room, not so long ago. Now it's working. Fried.
Doesn't have a coin slot.
The stairs lead up to the administration.
You sound asleep, but I'd rather not push my luck.
Not as long as the snoring bully is sitting there. I need the right combination. Sanatorium Paradiso, a bucolic sanctuary in the climatic health resort Trüberbrook. Beautifully situated retreat, fresh forest air, wooded mountain slopes, established high cuisine. Odd. As beautiful as the view is, I think I'd rather leave.
A pretty steep downslope. I guess I'll have to find another way. I'll take it with me. It might come in handy should I need an improvised hat. An aquarium full of leeches? This place is full of strange surprises. I'm not in the mood for a snack right now. I'm not in the mood for a snack right now. So many books. Maybe I should consider staying in this place. Construction schematics for a quantum discriminator. Never heard of it. I am a quantum physicist for what it's worth. X-rays. The wonders of science. Ghastly. I'm not really going to have to replace the fuses, right? My dad always used to say, son, whatever you do, stay away from fuse boxes. Well, thanks, I guess. I'll try with this code someone left. Interesting. These seem to be the medical records.
There you are! You must be lost.
Excuse me, is this the way to the restrooms?
No more lame excuses. We are going to perform the test. Now.
That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now.
Could these be the keys to the main entrance?
I know exactly what you are up to. Forget it.
Come on, let's get it over with.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of your associative capabilities. A sort of warm-up, if you will. We are going to show you a series of images, and you will tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. First image?
The universe. But it could also be a cup of latte from a top-down perspective.
I knew it. Second image?
You are aware that all of this is totally obsolete, right?
If you say so. Now, focus, please. Image number 3.
A beautiful butterfly. Have you ever been bitten by a butterfly? No, me either.
Remarkable. And we're done. That's that. Mr. Tenhauser, there is no need to play games anymore. It's your decision to make. We both know you'll run out of excuses sooner or later. That's when we've got you. Then you'll have nowhere left to hide. We know who and what you are. Ultimately, it's up to you to take that first step into the right direction. Let's keep you here for the time being. Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip. Not as long as the snoring bully is sitting there.
He's sound asleep.
It's memories. I'll try with this code someone left on the wall. No. Sad.
It doesn't have a coin.
Are you ready for...
Let me go. Fine then. That slumber morel smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now.
Could you adjust the contrast settings?
He's going to flick the switch on me if I make even the slightest move. Come on.
If you... Let's start with a sort of... We're going to... and you will first...
What?
Now we only need to get a few things set up. Then we'll pick you up once the proceedings are about to commence. Knock on the door when you feel ready.
I think I'm sobering up again finally. What a trip. Not as long as the snow... Not as long as...
I'm not. I'm not.
No coals, no map. A pretty steep down.
Interesting. A list of patients. I can barely imagine what these poor souls must have gone through. I can hear the bird. Iron bars? This door is sealed by... It's locked tight. Brute force won't help. It's calcified. Memories of...
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the tests.
I refuse.
As you wish.
Doesn't...
Are you ready for further tests?
Let me go.
First, the...
Fine then. That slumber morale smoothie sure made me dizzy. I can see clearly now. Come on, let's get it over with.
If you say so. Let's start with a short evaluation of your associative capabilities. A sort of warm-up, if you will. We are going to show you a series of images, and you will tell me the first...
War.
That is... second...
Cruelty.
Are you sure?
Unnecessary violence.
Extraordinary. And we're done. Counting in the benefit of the doubt. Next up is ranging from 1, very inaccurate, to 4. How would you rate the... I often feel...
3.
I talk to myself frequently.
1.
I don't care much about art.
Let me say this loud and clear. It's a fear.
I believe that future events...
1. Or 2. Now, 1 is good. Is 1 good?
Thank you. Next, we are going to show you a few colors. Please describe them as elaborately as possible. Let's begin. So, what do you see? Please describe this color as precisely as possible.
Aggressive. That color again. It's everywhere. Have you noticed? God, it makes my eye...
How do you feel about anything particular?
Boredom. When it's time to have dinner, but you don't even care for lunch.
Thank you. And what are your associations with this color?
Fragile. Like a butterfly in a hurricane. Now, actually, a butterfly isn't really all that fragile. Its wings do quite well under most weather conditions.
Remarkable. If you had to put a name on this shape, what would it be?
Truda. Like the mother I never knew.
And this one?
Triangle. Trinity. The 3 wide open seas. The 3 apostles. The 3 wonders of the world, and all 3 of the important beetles.
Thank you. That's that. Now a few questions where you have to make a decision. Would you rather have landed in Ross?
This seems to be a good opportunity.
Would you rather be the only suit at Woodstock?
This is not a scientific question.
Would you rather have a hammer toe or a sickle?
I don't care. At least I'd have my tools. And you're a tool for asking this.
Would you rather want to have Heinz Erhardt's expertise?
My name is Tannhauser, and I'm your host for tonight.
Would you rather be an eagle with a shell or a...
An eagle with a shell would be an indestructible super eagle.
Thank you. Think of your childhood. What are the first 3 items coming to your mind?
Endless summer vacations.
Are you sometimes afraid of the day your true identity becomes uncovered?
Well, yes. Aren't you?
Do you sometimes feel that everything is just about to happen?
Yes?
Congratulations, my dear Mr. Tannhauser. You have passed the associative test with excellent results. I have no more doubts that you are a real human.
A real That's what this was all about?
I apologize for the inconvenience, but one can never be sure these days. It's our civic duty to track down and detain these aliens. They are among us. Mark my words, Mr. Tannhauser. You are free to go. Please show yourself out.
I'm a human being, of flesh and blood, and now I'm going home. Aliens? You must be out of your minds.
I'll leave the key under the doormat.
Where am I? Hello? Anybody there?
This way.
What is this place? Arrived at some sort of mining facility. It looks abandoned. Judging by our tracks, I've almost caught up with Gretchen. A rusty old cogwheel.
No way. That hurtling chain? Maybe I can use it later to ride back into...
Let's have at it. I can't reach it. I can't reach it. An old ore mining cart, beyond repair. It is missing the fourth wheel. Beverly, I believe I found Gretchen's campsite. She probably went ahead without me. The ashes in this fire pit are still warm. Maybe someone cooked him or herself a meager dinner. It seems like someone wanted to avoid any misunderstandings. No chance. Solid oak. Restricted area. Danger. Keep out.
No admittance. No. Could end up blowing it to Smith. Not without headgear. I'm not that tired of living. Debris. People keep losing helmets all the time. Here we go.
Beverly, the time has come. I am stranded, trapped deep underground in some sort of god-forsaken cave. It's freezing cold. I can hardly see a thing. Whoever finds this recording, please hand the cassette tape to Miss Beverly. And now this. Hello?
Darn. My attempts at resourceful engineering have not withstood the test of time. Phew. Always remember to wear your helmets, kids. Away with it. Years of decay made this pipe brittle. It's almost coming off the wall. This valve is missing its rope. Good thing there's no monkey wrench involved in this pipe. There you go. Water march. Maybe I can swing over. Years of decay. An interesting rock formation. I wish this wishing thing would actually work. I've heard that cave fishing is a... This pickaxe is probably the only tool around.
Oh, you finally made it! I almost thought you'd never come. Look at you, covered in dirt. Did you stumble all the way here through the old mines?
I don't have to answer that. Anyway, you're not going to believe what just happened to me.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You gotta tell me every single detail when we have the time.
They sure have big doors around here.
It looks like they really wanted to make sure there was no trespassing.
Please light up these symbols.
Wow, these look like Neolithic cave paintings. Who would have guessed? A group of stickmen fallen asleep around some sort of hexagon. Tannhauser, this is sensational.
Fallen asleep?
Look, this seems to have activated one of the lights on the vault door. You see that afterglow? Maybe this is some...
We need to get that door open.
And... again. Could you light up the cave paintings for me again? Interesting. Maybe these inscriptions are somehow connected to the opening mechanism. Some sort of photonic reception, perhaps.
What's that over there?
Only a flock of bats. Or is it a swarm? A herd? A gaggle?
Any ideas?
Could you point the light in this direction?
Ah, interesting. This looks like a Latin inscription. Hang on to your head. Interpreted freely, this translates to path of no return. Hogwash, you Romans.
What's that over there?
You're not gonna believe this. These are Germanic runes, my special field of interest. This one roughly translates to... Be gone, stranger, for all you may find here is certain death.
Did you notice that other little light turning on?
Could you point the light in this direction?
Just a shadow.
What do you make of this?
Get it. Open sesame! Tannhauser, these are ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. What are they doing here? I'm afraid I don't know too much about them. This pictogram on the left could mean door or gateway. It's followed by the symbol of death. Doesn't that spark your curiosity as well?
There, another light.
Can I get a light here?
No, nothing.
What's that over there?
Interesting. Are you thinking what I am thinking?
Is this a graffito?
Down here. In any case, it's hard to decipher.
Are you seeing that hexagon there as well?
No idea. You've got the door open already?
Now there are 5 lines. What does it mean?
Beverly, for a moment I thought I was a goner. Now that I've been able to escape this compromising situation, Gretchen and I are standing in front of a gigantic steel gate. I'll get back to you with more details.
And again.
Wow. Congratulations. I think you found your ritual site. What do you think? Why is this place all covered in scribblings?
This is puzzling. All of these characters are in different languages. It's impossible to tell from down here whether they were written in different eras as well.
I was abducted, imprisoned, and scrutinized by a mad scientist, among other things.
You must have bumped your head too hard.
No, for real. There is an old sanitarium down this valley.
I thought no one's lived there in ages.
There's at least one so-called scientist. He conducted a wide range of crazy tests on me.
Tests?
Yes, he had me talk about colors and answer personal questions.
Tannhauser, are you sure you haven't suffered some sort of brain damage?
How do I know? I found your camp outside.
Yes, but since it took you so long, I couldn't resist going ahead. Enough talk. Let's find a way to open this monstrous gate.
Could you light up the cave paintings for me again? Please point the light to the hieroglyphs again. Please show me the Latin inscriptions again. Could you show me that ruin thing again? Can we take a look at the graffito again? Again, 5 lines.
This looks promising.
This cave has obviously been visited by explorers for millennia. Isn't it strange that all of them left warnings on the wall? And whoever built this gigantic vault wanted to make sure that only a human with the right set of knowledge could open it. Maybe long after its architects ceased to exist. I assume this is why they utilized all of these different writings. They literally left the code on the wall. In case of an emergency? Remarkable. Let me find the light switch first.
Let's take a look around. This is exciting.
Any idea?
I wonder who or what's behind all of this. Did you see that pretty large particle accelerator? Wow.
No idea what purpose they might serve. We didn't even have anything remotely this size at my university. All this modern hardware must have cost a fortune. I'd rather not come too close to this killing machine. I stumbled upon an impressive model of our solar system, yet curiously, it displays our 9 planets in disorder, as if there was a disturbance in the interstellar balance. Much like an event known to the ancient Greeks as ekperosis, the catastrophic imbalance of the universe. Whether this is a foreshadowing of things to come, or the device is simply broken, I cannot say. To be honest, it's hard to say if it means anything at all. Of course, the door is blocked. It seems to be defective. All sorts of strange gadgetry. What an enormous compound. I brought back order to the universe. I've already... It seems... Any idea?
I wonder who...
An opening mechanism. Of course.
Error. Memory overflow.
Hello? Anybody there?
Of course. Another locked door.
64 kilobytes of main memory on isolinear chips? Good lord. Gretchen, this is the future. Seems you have a RAM module loose.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Please identify yourself.
My name is Tannhauser. Hans Tannhauser.
I do not recognize you, Hans.
Why does it matter?
I am only allowed to grant access to authorized personnel.
I'm Hans, and I defragmented your memory.
I do not recognize you, Hans. I am only allowed...
This isn't going anywhere.
It seems to be Of course.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Please identify yourself.
What if I don't want to?
I am sorry.
I can't see.
My name is Barbarossa 2000. I am the guardian of the station.
Can't you just open this door for me?
Not possible.
This isn't going anywhere, Tannhauser. We need brute force.
What kind of station is this?
The station was built by the Millennium Cooperative. I may only give this information to authorize.
How do I become authorized?
Not possible. I cannot authorize you, since I do not.
Who constructed you?
I was developed and built by Dr. von Struck and Dr. Rumler. I am property of the Millennium Cooperative.
It's me, Dr.
Negative.
I'm telling you, these things are of no use.
How long have you been here?
16 years, 304 days, and 9 hours.
Aren't you feeling lonely? All on your own down here?
I am patient by nature. My developers assured me the station was only temporarily shut down.
What if something happened to Dr. Rumler, and then he could never continue with his work?
Dr. Rumler promised me we would start working again very soon. Dr. Rumler is my friend. Why would he lie to me?
Maybe he didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Your point is illogical. If what you said was true, how could I rely on statements made by humans?
That is the point. You simply can't.
Overheating in segment B23 imminent. Could you do me a please? My processor is breaking.
No, you're not going to help this overwhelm.
Okay, I'm going to help you.
Thank you. You...
Smoking.
That hit the spot.
Any chance you might...
I am very sorry. You may wait here. I would most certainly enjoy your company, yet I may only allow passage to subjects of acquaintance.
But you do know me.
Yes, you are Hans.
Imagine the possibility of Dr. Romler never coming back, and I'd be your only friend.
Are you my friend, Hans?
Your best and only true friend.
You make me happy.
You two are adorable. Get a room.
Now that you know me, would you please let me through?
But if I let you pass, I will be alone again. Will you come back and pay me a visit?
Scout's honor.
Access granted.
It's the Saturn portal. You have no idea, do you?
What do you mean?
Quantum physicist, ridiculous.
Is that a gun?
Get off of that boy.
I can see no reason for violence here.
Hey. Is that really necessary?
You too, Bambi. Move over there.
Are you serious? After everything we've been through?
You're not gonna stand in my way. You've had your chance, Tannhauser, but you had to follow me around like a puppy dog. Now that's what you get.
But it was you that had the idea to come here.
Shut your pie hole.
Please, you don't understand. I need help.
What kind of a dork are you? A bunch of hapless maggots, that's what you are. Standing in front of the Saturn portal without any clue. You're staying here, chums. You may as well bid farewell to this stupid clunker while you're at it. It's been getting on my nerves from the beginning.
No.
Bye-bye.
Some people are scoundrels, others are not. Yes, that's how it is.
I still can't believe Gretchen would play such a wicked game on me.
Now, this is not what I wanted either.
Who are you? And what are you doing here anyway? Hey, that was you, last night in my room.
Calm down, please. You must have a lot of questions.
You bet I do.
But first, we should try to get out of this predicament.
I assume you have a plan on how to open the door. You seem to know what you're doing. Who are you anyway?
My name is Lazarus Taft, and I hope you'll excuse my late introduction. I'm a traveler, if you will.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Taft.
Yes, that was me. Believe me, I wouldn't have needed to if everything had gone according to my plan. I wanted to ask for your help, but then she surprised me. I know taking your journal wasn't right, and I'm sorry about it. I would have returned it, I promise.
What was it you wanted from my journal? They're really just notes, and a few doodles.
I needed it to tune into the right quantum frequency. See, I'm just an ordinary traveler. I know next to not, at least not enough to control this portal.
You're talking crazy talk.
This is not the best time to go into too much detail.
Okay, but what's my role in all of this?
I needed your help. You were the last piece of the puzzle. When I saw your article in Science Today, I was 100% sure you were the right guy for me, to help me get home.
She called it a Saturn portal.
It's a metaphor. Actually, you can travel to different realities, distant stars and galaxies. That is where I come from.
Good Lord. So all of this is real? Do you know who built the portal?
This station was built by the Millennium Cooperative. I believe something went wrong when I came out of the portal. They took me with them and abandoned the station soon afterwards. But they certainly didn't construct the portal.
Who did then?
Who knows? Probably a natural phenomenon? A geological vortex? A high-intensity marine? It is ancient. There is a large network, like wormholes connecting different dimensions.
And where are you from?
See, and I know that's kind of a lot of information, but I've been stranded here for some time now. Please don't get me wrong, I really like it here, but if I don't, I will die. Simple as that. As you probably suspected, you winning that lottery was part of my arrangement to get you here.
Please, go on.
The problem is that you can't control the portal unless you have the right piece of technology. At home we have a device called a quantum discriminator. You can buy it at any convenience store, but I certainly don't know how to build one myself. This is why I needed your formula. There are dangers, though. You can disintegrate the whole planet if you aren't careful, which is what she's doing right now. Enough talk.
This is getting boring.
We are all puppets on a string, Mr. Tenhauser. You are nothing but a pawn in my new narrative.
Did we seriously just step out of a phone booth?
We did. Wait, there is another way?
I don't have to answer that. What's it like on the other side?
Different. Hard to describe.
Just try. How does it feel? The transition, I mean.
Hans, we have no time for that right now.
Please, I need to know.
Well, you can imagine it as a rift, a junction in space-time. Your mind enters a stage of near transcendence. There are no thoughts, no words, no... And suddenly, bam!
Can you elaborate?
I'm not well, I think it's coming from the neural network making up your consciousness. It temporarily disintegrates during the experience and then suddenly reintegrates. The real world, its outlines become somewhat twisted, warped. You may feel some sort of tranquility. Now that I think of it, yes, there's a certain peaceful quality to it, and a deep realization of cosmic quality when you see yourself reflected in the universe. It is an extraordinarily distinctive sense.
Like, say, an insubstantial, incorporeal blackness? Somewhat...
Exactly.
I think I've seen it.
Listen. I came to you because I see something in you. Please help me to get home. And help your people by stopping that woman. I don't think she knows of the dangers she's going to unleash. Your world is going to collapse. Everything will
But how? She's insane.
We need to come up with a quantum discriminator somehow.
I don't want to be here at all.
Yet here you are. Sorry. I need to take a...
We could go to my room.
That would actually be awesome. If that's cool with you.
Follow me. Okay, I went over your plans, and I think I get the idea. It's pretty mind-boggling, but it could work. We need to improvise here and there. I found some scrap metal to roughly model a frame for the device.
Let's get it started then.
I'm afraid there are a few integral components that need to be swapped in, though.
Okay, what are we looking for?
First, we need a source of energy. A very strong source. Second, a particle accelerator. That's going to be a tough nut to crack. Third, a potent coolant. The whole thing could blow up otherwise. Number 4, last but not least, an interface to control the device. Any kind of peripheral will do.
Okay, how do we begin?
The order doesn't really matter. I'll go to the village. Maybe I can find some substitutes for the missing parts.
Good, just bring them over. I'm sure I can patch them together somehow.
Let's do this.
Thank you, Hans. I'd already be dead if it wasn't for you.
Oh, you. It wasn't that bad.
You are awesome. I just wanted you to know that I'm eternally grateful to have met you. All things considered, dying may not be as bad as I always thought it might be.
Don't you say that.
Even if I don't make it, you need to stop her. Promise?
I'm beginning my search right now.
An empty jar. Interphasic coil spanner.
I don't even know where to begin.
Don't worry, you know it now. The quantum discriminator emits a coherent Tetrian beam into the portal.
Projecting a metaphasing
Then the projected tachyon pulses allow us to modulate the frequency in such a fashion that
the portal synchronizes with the exact a rift in space. This is insane.
I thought you'd like it.
I wanted to return your fishing rod.
Good! Did you get a bite?
Kind of.
There is a lot going. Just the other day, I caught a red herring there. So, let me take...
Whistle?
Well, yes, your whistle.
This is not my whistle.
Not your whistle? Of course this is your whistle, your whistle.
I'm sure I'd recognize this whistle if it were my whistle. I left you something completely different.
Right. What was it then?
My... massage rod.
Your what? I don't have no massage rod in here. As I said, here is your whistle, Mr. Tannhauser.
Thanks. Locked.
I don't want to take this with me. Note to self, the buffet in this guest house is an obvious case for the public health department.
Mr. Tannhauser? Step right up.
Hello. How do you know my name?
It's a small town. Penelope Hades. My sister and I run the boat rent.
So, are there any prizes?
Our first prize is an all-day boat ride on the Trüberbrook.
How much for a ticket?
One ticket, 50 pfennigs. But I'm afraid all tickets have been...
Bummer.
I'm sorry.
I'll be leaving then. The mere thought of cotton candy makes me shiver. The real thing. Out of competition. It's a shooting gallery for kids.
Patience. Just a moment, pal.
Baron?
Mr. Tannhauser, good to see you.
The pleasure is all mine. How is Claus doing?
He's resting. My loyal Claus.
Are you enjoying the festivities?
Yes, take a look around. All these lights, the beautiful music. This is my Trüberbrook, in all its splendor and glory.
Have you ever heard the name Lazarus Tuft?
Taft? Yes, a real good for nothing. It's not that I don't like strangers, especially if they come as told, but I was suspicious of this Mr. Taft right from the beginning. If you ask me, you better not mingle with him.
Oh, well, I think I need to be...
Until next...
I'll have a cone of roasted almonds, please.
A cone of roasted almonds right away. There you are, sir.
Step right up! Step right up! Wanna put your brains to the test?
Why not?
Right, all right. That was, not so bad. Just between the two of us. You could use a little dose of vitamins, don't you think? Always remember, a healthy body equals a healthy mind. Step right up, mister!
Why not?
Right, all right. That was, not so bad. Just between the two of us. You could use a little dose of vitamins, don't you think? Always remember, a healthy body equals a healthy mind.
Barry, what's a sailor man doing out here in the sticks?
Well, I don't like water that much. I'm just so happy to be here with both of my feet on dry land.
But aren't those stereotypical sailor's clothes you were wearing?
So?
So you have a fear of...
Thalassophobia. It all started when I was a little boy, back home. On a sweet summer's day, I was swimming in the lake when my Uncle Ulf suddenly cannonballed in. I will always remember these two massive cheeks rapidly closing in. To be honest, I nearly drowned back then. That was the day I developed this terrible, terrible fear of everything deeper than a puddle.
If I may ask, why did you become a sailor man if you're so scared of water?
I asked this myself many times. Well, my mother insisted that it would be best for me to face my fear, so naturally, I became a sailor man.
This is so confusing.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
What happened to your leg?
Well, that happened on my second job at the piano transportation company. I don't really want to go into details, but thanks to the mercy of a rueful instrument manufacturer, I got me this nice new leg. And due to a timely taken disability insurance, I now may enjoy a quite decent invalidity pension. Far away from the stormy sea.
That's a nice story. Or is it a sad story? I can't decide. I think I'm need...
Take care!
That's a ticket for the raffle. This must be my lucky day. Over here, little birdies. Whoops. I must have overfed them.
Every ticket's a winner. No blanks, guaranteed. Our first prize is an all-day boat ride on the Trüberbrook.
See? I found a ticket.
Now look at that. You're a lucky fella. Now let's see what fortune has in store for you. Are you ready? A can of generously provided by the Trüberbrook Advertisers Association.
Oh my.
Well,
I think I have enough. I've already made... Beverly, I have made an astounding discovery. As it turns out, the town's only phone booth leads to some sort of secret passageway. It leads right into the Millennium Cooperative's control center. I noticed a marking on one of the rocks, a hexagon. It's the logo of the Millennium Cooperative.
Nice evening for a walk, isn't it?
Eerie.
There's something in the air.
Spruces, firs, pines. I was always bad at telling conifers apart.
Where spruces prickle, firs just tickle.
Fir? That's Tanne in German. Just like my name. Never thought about it.
Why? What's your name?
Tannhauser.
We'd pronounce it Tannhäuser with an umlaut. German roots?
Yes, my grandpa.
These things on the ground. We call them fir cones. As a matter of fact, though, they're actually...
What do you mean?
Well, fir cones come to pieces when they're some things. You're from around these...
No. Getting accustomed to it.
Me neither. I come here for the beautiful...
Smoke?
No, thanks.
The climate makes me feel a lot better. That's for sure. So what are you doing up here, all on your own? Fed up with all the hurly-burly down there?
I just like traveling. Always.
So you're taking a break?
Oh, I lost my hiking boots. They just slipped over the railing. If you ask me, we are really all in the same vast bag. All this madness. Looking for...
Sounds a bit like you're going...
Oh no. Quite the opposite inside.
What about the locals?
Most of them. I am actually visiting this place every year. Why?
You know a man called Lazarus Tuft?
Yes, I do. Fascinating man. He absolutely crushed me at Doppelkopf once. No one knows for sure where he came from. Legend says he bought the old mansion in the woods off of his Doppelkopf millions. He rarely ever visits town. Hardly surprising the way folks keep talking around here. Anyway.
I saw you down there at the raffle.
Yes, I tried my luck.
Did you win?
Just a snuff box. I've sworn off the devil stealing. You?
I've won a can... About the... Did you win?
Just I've sworn... You?
I've won... I've got to...
Okay.
I'm not going to use this. I have to insert a coin first. A leaden trophy. Truda?
So, Professor, did you...
You could I would like...
Oh, yes.
Does the name Lazarus...
Haft. Doppelkopf. If you ask me, he's a shady... You better not get...
Oh. Does the name Lazarus...
Haft. If you ask... You better...
Oh. Ah. You may call off...
how...
I've got my note.
But the inspector...
Then just call him off in person.
As you wish.
Would you mind looking?
Come again.
Yo, what? Never mind. I'll be...
Make yourself...
Baron?
Mr.
The pleasure. I saw you at the... Did you win any?
I won a pair of... You, on the other hand... Oh, often good. What about you?
I won this.
Excuse me. He loved... What
do you...
You, and in return...
Sounds like a...
It will be...
About the raft, did you win?
Just as enough. I've sworn you?
I'm in possession. Didn't you say...
Yes, indeed. Would you trade with me your hiking boots in exchange?
Fair enough.
Oh, thank you. How nice. And they're a perfect fit, too.
I've got to go.
Okay, thanks again.
You're welcome.
Finally, I can hear the call.
Farewell. I saw you. Did you win?
Man.
I won.
Is that snuff?
What do you have?
Would you like? You know, the one for the boat. That's what I got.
That's from the local boat rental. Okay.
Every ticket...
I'll be... I won this voucher in the raffle.
I know.
How can you know?
Yeah, my sister told me. She's hosting the raffle booth.
Who would have thought?
Hey, sweetheart.
Good evening. How much for the swimming animals?
Oh, just pick. The season is over, and I have a gut feeling dinosaurs will be out of fashion next year anyway.
Foxes and crows.
Maybe, yeah.
I'll be leaving then. It doesn't look all too seaworthy. There's a leak in the bow, and the paddle wheel seems to be missing. Beverly, it is widely known that Corvidae are quite... I recently became acquainted with no less than a Sometimes, if I could just... I wonder if they would accept me.
Hey, sweetheart.
Good evening. About the paddle boat, it doesn't seem particularly seaworthy.
Why? What?
I think it has the paddle wheel isn't in good condition either.
Oh my. You see, its friends are already lined up at the drive. Do you think you could help me? I can't really leave.
I'll have a look. I call the...
I just need a moment to...
Out of competition. It's a shooting. The mu... Truda?
Hello, oh, yes, of...
Ah. I would like...
Oh,
Ah. I'll...
Make yourself...
Baron?
Mr. Tannhauser, good to see you.
The pleasure is all mine. Have you ever heard the...
It's but if you...
Oh. I need...
Until now... Step right up! Step right up! Mister!
Is there a...
Of course, the winner of the night get...
Oh, okay.
Right, all right. That was, not so bad. Just between the two of us. You could use a little dose of vitamins, don't you think? Always remember, a healthy body equals a healthy mind.
The streetlight is flickering unsteadily. Typical case of light pollution. A beautiful, healthy tree. Acersoidu platanus, the sycamore maple.
This should fix the leak. It's much too cold. A swarm of fireflies is gathered. Maybe they think it's their god. I wonder what it's like to be. Keep out. Packets and groceries delivery. Whistle 2 times, leave delivery on doormat, and exit the... No advert...
Beverly, my image of this innocent place has been tainted. I found a trash dump right in the middle of these woods, probably long established by the locals. The question arises, who would sink so low? These fruits are mine to pick up. The perfect spot for a bench.
Gotcha! This is private property, and you're obviously on my turf. This time, boy, you've chosen the wrong neighborhood.
I'm selling these fine... Are you referring to the keep...
You're one of them. I know...
One of them? Okay, I'll tell you once. I don't care what you believe.
Now you...
No, sir. And just in case you want me to take part in any tests, let me tell you...
You government guys are getting more and more...
Wait.
I already told you guys last time. Not on my watch. Name and rank, soldier. You're with the CIA? BND? HVA? Spit it out!
Name's Tannhauser. I'm a quantum physicist...
Liar! That's ridiculous! Say...
Nice hat.
Okay, I guess you're right. The quality of your lies doesn't imply a higher intelligence at work. Quite the opposite. So, What are you doing here at...
Well, it all began a few weeks ago, when I was stunned. But Aunt Lottie gave her blessings. A prize like this should not be forfeited, she said. I might even be able to discover some distant relatives. Also that I deserved. She only wished for me to return safe, so after a brief visit to Berlin... And that's how I ended up here.
Interesting stuff. I mean, it's ridiculous. Now, about the part, I always had the impression that something was...
Well then, bye.
Feel free to visit me, name Slessing, but...
Detailed blueprints for a bunker layout. Odd.
The landscape vaguely reminds me of home.
No way. Brass is my kryptonite. I'd rather not sniff around. Self-defense. A shopping list. Rations, canned meals, tinfoil, magazines. What's with your squirrel?
That's Drowsy. He's me friend. Sleepy fella.
Special Agent Hans Tannhaus. What do you know about the Millennium Cooperative?
A secret society. They are directing from the shadows, globally, playing governments like puppets on strings. They surely built something fishy up there in the mountains.
Crikey, you must have...
Of course If you look at the ancient Sumerian and Babylonian... Ah! Stop it! It's them! They try to slowly...
Ever heard the term Saturn?
Of course, in theory, the Saturn a gate to the stars, like a...
That sounds familiar. That sure sounds...
Well, it's all arcane theoretical physics. They are trying to establish a connection to the southern pole of Saturn using Birkeland currents. Birkeland currents, they flow through the Earth's magnetosphere in form of an electric plasma stream, a twisted helix, a conduit to free the entities. If you look at the northern pole of Saturn...
So why are you living...
The government obviously... So they declared me in... Back in the days when it used to be a real Senate. When things went down the drain, I realized people like me, we have to resist until...
So why are you living...
When people... We have to...
I think if...
Feel free...
It's much too...
Sorry about... You were really
To be honest...
I'm gonna write you a voucher for a whole week.
But I don't even know if... I'll be leaving...
This should suffice for a paddle wheel. Ahoy.
The woods surrounding Trüberbrook emanate a dreary sense of blandness. I've rarely ever been engulfed in a more terrifying, dreadful environment. Not to mention there is a green glow spreading through the fenwoods. Interesting.
He won't be needing these anymore. They did their job. Or did they? No trespassing. Sensational discovery. Signed, the Paleontological Society of Trüberbrook.
Beverly, I now stand right in front of the legendary Trüberbrook specimen. This close, I find it all the less surprising people here have cultivated the myth of a sea monster.
Excuse me, sir. Better stick to the road. As Grandma used to say, when lost and dire in the mire, it's best to... Good idea, Hans, but... Let's see if he had... Only if it helps to... An old rusty key.
Beverly, I took a paddle boat and ventured forth towards the final frontier of this region, a forlorn swamp of ancient origin. On my way, I came across the mortal shell of a lost wanderer. Whether he was led astray by a wisp or fell victim to this region's mythical beast, the Hook Elf, remains a mystery to be disentangled. I can only hope to be spared of such misfortune.
I wonder what that is. Locked. I can't reach them from here. Something's glowing green. Oh, I'm not feeling too well.
Ahoy.
Look who we've got here.
I see you're making good use of those boots.
These boots are made for walking. Thanks again.
My pleasure.
You're looking a bit pale, if I may say so. Here, have one of these. They always work for me.
Vitamin pills?
Si, claro. They get the juices flowing and make you look gorgeous. All based on herbal essences.
Thanks. I have to be going.
See you later.
You fixed the boat! How can I ever thank you?
Don't worry about it.
No, I insist. Please take this as a symbol of my appreciation.
This postcard will help me find my way around. Locked.
Step right up! Step right up! Mister, wanna test your strength again?
Why not?
Wow, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I think we have a new champion. Congratulations! Here, this is your prize.
A leaden trophy. Like a trophy made out of lead.
This one's a real beauty.
Thanks. Truda?
Hello, Professor. Oh, yes, of course.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's a drunkard. He's also not the most reliable type of person, if that counts as a feat. As you see, he's just left me here alone with all this work that needs to be done.
Can you give me a description?
Should you run into him, is tall grown, beardy type, always wearing those yellow rubber boots. Why do you want to know?
I think I may have met him. I found his mortal remains out there in the mire. I'm sorry.
Are you?
My condolences.
Oh, hi. Poor old Heinz. Rest in peace. Can't say I'm really surprised. I will inform the inspector immediately. At least he didn't take the long trip for nothing then.
I'll be...
Make yourself at home.
Perfect fit. Beverly, I have unearthed the gate to a sealed crypt, the cellar of this lodge. My descent begins. This is what Professor Trüberbrook must have felt when he climbed down the Snæfellsjökull.
I can hardly see a thing. Light the way, my friends. It's a recipe for Bolzenschuss schnapps. Top secret. Let's see. Fruit. Add malt. Add yeast. Season with a pinch of slumber morale. Dead simple. Malt. Trüberbrook Pilsen beer, export, for the snout around the world. Trüberbrook's finest dry yeast. Fire making first. I need to find a way to ignite the gas. Fire making first. I can probably walk on water with this.
Ahoy.
Truda?
Hello,
I would...
Oh, yes, of...
Got a light?
Sure thing. Here you go.
Ah. I'll be leaving.
Make yourself at...
I can hardly see a thing. Light the way, my friends. This looks promising. Only one more ingredient. Yikes! I'm going to take a sample. For science. Whoa, that is some mean spirit. Alcohol? Never again. Wasn't I carrying some cool gadgets in my pockets earlier? What the? Wow.
God bless, what's this? Did you ever see the likes of it?
What's going on? Where are you heading?
No time to lose. Don't you see the cold front? I have to go to the weather station.
There's a weather station here?
Well, yes. Don't be silly.
What was that? This one is on you, boys.
Oh, exactly what I need. Thanks. Enjoy the show.
End of the world or not, the band. They're still playing their set. They won't be needing this anymore. Perfect. An important component of the quantum discriminator.
There is no bad weather, only the wrong clothes. I wholeheartedly have to agree with this saying, Beverly. I am standing on top of the Klumpen, apparently the highest elevation within the surrounding low mountain range. If you wanted to, you could describe the clothes that I'm wearing as perfectly unfit for the current weather conditions. After a short walk, I have reached the local weather station.
Frozen stuck. It's merely a conventional weather.
In Trüberbrook, up on the Klumpen top, the art of meteorology is in full swing. The current microclimatic developments in this area seem to have sparked scientific interest. Hello?
Good morning. I didn't see you at all. Please excuse the frosty welcome. Madonna Luke. I'm with the Meteorological Society.
Tannhauser. My pleasure. So what are you doing here?
I'm observing the weather.
So anything interesting about the weather?
Well, actually I'm in Trüberbrook because the weather here is so inconspicuous. Quite your statistical average weather, if you... But this afternoon I was thunderstruck. The ordinariness...
And now the ice is cracking under your feet?
Exactly. And I'm in a haze how that's even possible.
It's dawning on me what you're trying to say.
I see. You're slowly falling, huh?
So what's the weather up to these days?
Just look. The weather's gone. I just can't make any sense of it. How did that go again? When thunder in September rumbles?
Next year?
Yes. Okay. September winds, but...
Brings ice.
Yes.
For how long have you been out here?
The project is running for...
For how long?
The project...
I'll be leaving.
Of course.
I prefer to remain on solid ground in this kind of weather.
Pardon me, is that helium in your tank by any chance?
Exactly. To fill the weather balloons. Hey.
Hello?
Good morning.
I don't want to rain on your parade. Could I sponge some helium?
Well, helium... What exactly are you...
I want to use it as a coolant.
As a coolant? You would need to lower its temperature until it...
I think it'll work out all right. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about. After all. So, could you spare some of your gas?
I can provide you with some... Would you mind venturing down to the village and send it? I can't leave here right now. By no means. No one is going to believe me ever. I'm sitting here, year after, and then, suddenly, there's Aurora Boreal.
In the name of academic merits...
Oh, thank you. The guest house down...
I'll try to remember. Tannhauser.
Hey.
Truda?
Hello, Professor.
I'd like to dispatch a telegram on behalf of the meteorologist on the mountaintop to the Meteorologic Society.
Oh, yes, of course. Shoot.
Well... Zero 7204 10433 22608 40018 18109 00030 04103.
Oh, that didn't take long for an answer. Let me read it to you. Data inconclusive. Stop. Please verify all data. Sensation.
Thank you, Trude. I will deliver the message at once. Hello?
Good morning.
Here's the answer from the headquarters. Data inconclusive. Stop. Please verify all the data. Stop. Sensation? Stop.
A sensation. That is quite as just one more thing, and you can have as much here. Grab them, there are 3 of them, and get me the measurings.
Where are these stations of yours?
Well, there's one by the lake, another one in the village, near the lookout, and the 3rd is far out in the swamps.
All right. Tannhauser.
Mr. Tannhauser, thank you.
I bet she doesn't come out here on a regular basis. Let's see. Wind direction, wind speed, precipitation. Temperature? 2 more weather stations. Ahoy. Let's see. Wind direction, wind speed, temperature, hygrometer. Only 1 weather station. Ahoy. Let's get down to business. A space rock from outer space. Come on, be a good boy. Perfect. Another component. Ahoy. Let's see. Wind direction, wind speed. It's pretty windy. Temperature? Got it. Hello?
Good morning.
I think I've got your measurings.
Oh, that's incredible. Can you smell the Nobel Prize? I've got to take a closer look.
But...
Ah, yes! Keep the helium! Take as much as you want!
Now it's filled with gas.
Perfect. Another component for the quantum discriminator. If I could only distract... Hi, Lainey. What's cracking?
They are showing the Great Twilight Area Celebration Marathon, 12 hours of bliss in a row.
They are having the ever so riveting... Wouldn't you like to go out to the real world?
The real world is in there.
But there is ice cream.
I'll think about it, but for now...
She's back in... If I could... She's back in... The mere thought of out of competition. It's a shooting. She's back in her parallel universe. She's back in a... They're having a blast out there.
Hey, get lost, you wet blankets!
Perfect. That's the...
Thanks. Perfect. That's a good start, isn't it? 3 pieces left.
Right, another pinch of calcium.
Great idea. That's it. We're halfway through. Only 2 pieces and counting.
Core temperature at 15 million degrees Fahrenheit. Check.
That should work. Neat. Almost there. 1 piece to go.
Synchronized tachyon impulses. Yes. Check.
Ooh, yes. I'll try with this one. That's it. Hans, we got it. The quantum discriminator.
Trajectory matrix. Check. Ha! It's working.
This place. Fascinating. Hello?
Hands! Over here!
Where? Lazarus! Don't leave me.
Mr. Space Pilot, we have to hurry.
Welcome to the rabbit hole, Mr. Tannhauser.
Remember the spruce cones.
Can you see the real world now?
Barbarossa? I only constructed him to oversee the station when I'm out for dinner.
What was that? Barbarossa! Barbarossa, wake up!
Ouch, that's not looking good.
We're not gonna get this door opened without Barbarossa. Let's have a look at our patient. I'll try a reboot. Reset.
Didn't I suggest settling your horses?
Gretchen, please, listen to us.
You better make haste, guys, or else...
But all this gentleman wants is to get back home, through the portal.
Oh, well, this thing has barely enough juice left for one more leap. And that will be mine. Sucks to be you.
We can't let you go on like this.
Can't you see? You are destroying everything around you.
Oh, I couldn't care less. As if there was anything worth preserving in this rat hole.
What's wrong with you? I never thought you could be like that.
And that's exactly where you were wrong, Bambi. You don't even have the slightest idea of the immense power this portal yields. My life's work. All these years of searching and poof, there it is. You even let me ride here, you stupid oaf. Oh, let me tell you, if my mother could see me now.
Your mother?
My mother. I'm only going to fill you in so you don't have to die in ignorance. But if you still didn't get it, I'll take it slow for you. My mother built this facility. All of this is her work. She is the Millennium Corporative. I'm going to head out and find her on the other side, and you ain't gonna stop me.
I understand you, but does that justify taking the whole world with you? We have to find another way, Gretchen.
What's in this world for me anyway? I don't care. It has brought me nothing but pain and sorrow. Where I am going, another world awaits. Many other worlds.
We can't let this happen.
Ma'am, step back from the console.
Before things get dirty.
Okay, boys. Enough is enough. I warned you. Dolores will now take navigational control.
Acknowledged, Gretchen. Navigational control on. Dolores challenge phase 1. Head her up and move her out. Power stride and ready to go.
I can't reach it.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Memory overflow.
What in Schrödinger's name was that?
Damn it! Damn it!
You are making a huge mistake.
She's probably going to be lost in that network of worlds for all eternity.
I think she didn't really mean it that way. I feel sorry for her. There was no way around, though. Otherwise, she may have destroyed my world. Goodbye, Gretchen. Barbarossa!
That was probably too much for him.
Those circuits had it going. Thanks, Barbarossa. You were a true friend.
Scouts. Honor.
Thank you, Hans, for everything. I have to go home now.
Lazarus, wait. Will we meet again?
That I cannot say. But I would like you to know there were so many timelines where our paths didn't cross. Which is why I feel particularly happy to have been a part of this one.
But I still have so many questions. This is my life. My work. It means everything to me.
I may have answers for you, but if I stay, I will die. Would you come with me?
Come with you? You mean to the great beyond? The big empty? The Netherrealm? The eternal darkness? Into the void?
Yes, I really mean it. That would be so fantastic. Let's journey to the stars. It will bring us oneness with the universe.
But how can I?
Just come. Don't let yourself be confined to the boundaries of your own self. Let me open your eyes. I promise it would grant you a much greater understanding of life and of the universe itself.
Please do not leave me.
Will I be able to return?
That I don't know. But look around you. The human species is only focused on destroying and consuming everything. Gretchen? These scientists? The cooperative? You are better than that. We are awakened beings, Hans.
I would really like to, but there's so much left to do here. I'm sorry.
leave me for good, my friend?
There's nothing wrong with your oil pump. Could be something with your hyperdrive engine.
Checked before we took off.
Let's see. Oh, look at that. Interdimensional stone chip in your quantum leap compensator.
We're in luck. A new hyperdrive is around 29 spacebucks these days.
Just a minute. Hear that? Purring like a kitten.
Thanks, I guess. Will I ever be the same again?
Just like I told you. It's more like an upgrade.
Gretchen?
Yes, Dolores?
Is it far?
No. No, it isn't.